Check these out! Are they earbuds? Are they future cyberware from the newest DLC in Cyberpunk? No, these are the SoundPeats Clip 1 and they look hella weird, which is something I love and you might too, who knows. Why? Now look, we've all been there. You're 4 hours into a League of Legends lose streak and your ears are sweaty from your headphones, your head feels heavy, but you also don't want stupid earbuds because they block your ears, plus they get dirty super easily. But these here? No, they don't go in. They just hang out on your ear like a lazy NPC. It's like your music is a background layer to your life instead of something shoved inside your head. I saw this for about 70 bucks and I had to know, is it the future of audio or something? Or am I just wearing some fancy plastic? Let's dive in. So first off, let's talk aesthetics. This isn't your standard over-ear hook that makes you look like you're about to take a corporate Zoom call. No. It's a clip. SoundPeats calls this the N-Flex Arch. So it's basically a 0.6mm nickel titanium wire wrapped in medical grade silicone. It's flexible, durable, lightweight, and it looks premium as well. Can't say the same about the case though, but hey, you gotta cut corners somewhere. Each bud weighs 5 grams. To put that in perspective, that's about the weight of a single sheet of paper. But they sit very weird on your ears because it's such a unique design, so you would need approximately 5 minutes to get used to them just being there. Of course they won't fall off by any means, I tested that multiple times already. And listen now, here's the actual big brain feature, AutoSense. You know how with every other pair of buds you're squinting that little L and R that's written on there and somehow put them wrong anyway? Well, these don't care about that. There is no left and right. You just clip them on and the internal sensors detect which ear they're on and swap the stereo channels automatically. Why hasn't everyone been doing this? The feature works 100% of the time, it's pure tech wizardry, I'm absolutely mind blown. But, and there is always a but I know, but this case is not one of the highest quality. It's slippery, it's very lightweight, the hinge is not satisfying to open and close, but I mean, I cannot complain too much because I usually couldn't care less about the case as long as it's doing its job, and that it does for sure. You might want to slap on a case because I'm pretty sure it will break if you drop it properly, so be very careful with that. Anyway, my advice to SoundPeats is to give it some grip in the future versions. The touch controls are also something I'm still getting used to since they are on the back of my ear now and sometimes I'm trying to find them and I just cannot do that. But you don't care about that, you care about the sound. How do these actually sound? Since I cannot actually show you, I have to explain to you, and usually open ear means the bass is thinner than a plot of a generic new MMO, but these have a special 12mm dual magnet drivers with a titanium coating. Does it rattle your teeth? No! If you want that, go buy some subwoofers, but for something that doesn't actually enter your ear, the punch is genuinely impressive to me. It feels full, it feels layered. And if you are an Android user, you get LDAC support. That is high-res wireless audio, people. If you aren't using LDAC, you're basically playing a 4K game on a 720p monitor. So believe me, the audio quality is top-notch, not just okay, not just good enough. I actually like it way more than any other earbuds and even headphones I have tested throughout the years. And by the way, if you're enjoying this review, you might enjoy others that I've made on my channel. I'm reviewing all sorts of budget gadgets that are definitely worth checking out. So liking or subscribing would be amazing. Thank you. Moving on, you've also got Dolby Audio support in the Peats Audio app. When you toggle that on, the soundstage just expands a little bit. It's great for movies or immersive RPGs where you want to feel like the world is breathing around you rather than just being beamed directly into your skull. But just a heads up, the app can be a bit better at times. It's still pretty useful if you want to get the best experience, but there might be a few glitches here and there. Alright, enough of me yapping through my studio setup. I'm gonna switch to the microphone now. So honestly, for the price, that Aero voice tech is doing some heavy lifting for sure. It's not studio grade by any means, but it's definitely squad ready and won't get you muted for sounding like a jet engine. But of course, this review would not be completed without the obligatory fan noise in the background, so here we go. I'm gonna put it to the maximum and yeah. You guys can tell me if you hear me good or not. I will know when I'm editing this video. Is this Aero voice doing anything? Do you still hear me? Gaming wise, we've got Bluetooth 5.4. There is a game mode that drops latency down to 90 milliseconds. It's not quite wired levels of fast, but you won't notice a delay between clicking and hitting the bang for sure. And honestly, I'm very used to the latency since I'm always using wireless headphones and earbuds, and it doesn't bother me one bit. Battery life is also a tank. You get 8 hours on the buds themselves, and the case brings the total to about 40 hours of usage. If you're a disaster like me and you forget to charge your gear until the low battery warning starts screaming, a quick 10-minute charge gives you about 2 hours of playtime, and that's enough time for a snack break before the next match. And yes, it has multi-point. You can be connected to your phone for Discord and your laptop for work at the same time. It's working flawlessly most of the times, though I do forget my phone is connected to them when I receive a call, and I fidget for about 10 seconds like a boomer before I reply. So what's the final verdict? Well, the SoundPeats Clip 1 is like finding an epic moat in a pile of common loot. They aren't perfect, yes, the case is a slip and slide and the touch controls are a little bit of a hit or miss, but for 70 bucks, come on guys, you're getting high-res audio, insane comfort and a design that doesn't make you look like you're wearing a hearing aid from the 90s. If you hate ear pain and you want to keep one ear in the real world while the other is in Night City, for example, these are massively underrated. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below, let me know your thoughts and experiences with these or similar earbuds. Talk to you in the next one.